Welcome back to the Horror Bros. My name is Ed.
And I'm Logan.
And I'm Matt. I came back, guys.
No.
I made it back. They let me back.
The third bro.
I'm going to ruin the podcast this time. I had to gain their trust, and I'm going to ruin it this time. It's going to be so bad. Yeah, it's awesome.
What is he going to come up with this time? Last time was exciting.
No. I already ruined the podcast. I suggested this movie, so I'm the one who threw the grenade into this podcast. I'm sorry.
I mean, it wasn't terrible.
It wasn't great. It wasn't great.
I appreciate you for picking something we haven't seen. That's something that I hope to do in the future. The problem is I've seen so many movies that I want to make you watch. So it's going to probably be
Oh,
a
wow.
minute.
That's really humble. That's like not a brag.
Not bragging at all.
But no, I think
I've just seen so many movies. I'm like, I know everything about cinema.
Shut up. Also, let's remember our spoiler warning this time, because we still keep forgetting to do that.
Spoiler warning for the movie Host 2020.
As if there's any more than like 6 plot beats in this whole movie.
Don't worry. Everything in this movie is something another movie has done that you may have already seen.
And done better, like 10 times over.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. There are some things that this movie does really well that I thought were cool.
What parts?
What it added was like actual torture, having to hear the shitty Zoom audio, which gave me war flashbacks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what it added to this genre.
Well, COVID was awesome for me. I sat at home and played video games.
You see this? It's gonna go to your face, man.
This is a video podcast, so no one can see what you're doing. They can't see that you're pretending to punch your screen.
I have a fist and it's going in your face.
I have 5 good reasons.
They can't see what I see, which is you sitting in a like a closet, slowly pretending to punch because you don't want to actually punch too hard at your own screen.
Yes, because this is a computer. I play Minecraft on it.
Yeah, same.
Unlike some of the characters in this movie. Yeah, so, Logan, what movie did we watch, though?
We watched Host 2020.
Hey! Hi, guys. Hey, Rena! Caroline! Hi, Teddy!
Let's do a shot, guys, to us.
Okay, everyone get in. 3, 2, 1. Have you ever done anything like this before?
I've never done this over Zoom. Obviously, we're not physically together, but there's no reason why Spirit can't communicate over the internet.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Visualize us sitting in a circle. Spirit, we invite you to use us to pass on any communication. Is there anyone there? Please come forth.
At the time of this recording, we're in the year of our Lord 2025, and the dark days of 2020 feel a century away. When I've heard others talk about the memories of the early pandemic, it's usually about being stuck at home and being on endless Zoom calls. I'm not gonna lie, virtual meetings suck. Being stuck at home sucks. However, what I found much more traumatizing about that early pandemic period were the actions of the people around me. Friends and entire communities of what I thought were reasonable and loving people now acted in willful ignorance and selfishness. Crisis situations like a global pandemic or a personal tragedy can often reveal things about you and the people around you that are not visible on a regular day. Sometimes you realize that the people around you are not what you thought they were, and that they may not actually have your best interests in mind. This group of friends in the movie Host began a casual Zoom meeting to catch up and have some fun and games. But when things start going wrong, we see that maybe not everyone has the best intentions in mind. Now, hey bros, do you have a favorite party game?
I was an improv kid in high school, so just don't get me started. Park bench was just a highlight.
But like, actual favorite though.
I mean, I was just at my friend's birthday and we played the new Mario Kart and
Mario Kart Wii is always a highlight.
Mario Kart Wii is good. You guys ever play Beerio Kart?
Nope.
With Mario Kart with beer?
Oh my god. Okay, I can teach you the rules real quick. It's awesome. And
There's
all
probably
you
2
viewers,
rules.
do try this at home. It's awesome. So the rules of Beerio Kart are really simple.
Don't try this at home, guys, please.
Please
sue
don't.
me.
Do try this at home. It's awesome. Try it. Invite a bunch of friends over and play Beerio Kart.
He's
I
trying
am
to
encouraging
get
this.
our podcast sued.
You're not gonna like die.
He's trying to get us sued,
It's a
man.
beer.
We didn't look. If we didn't get canceled last episode, then we're not going to get canceled now. Okay?
Anyway,
It's just drinking beer. What do we like? I mean, minors don't try this at home, but like otherwise,
We're all majors
it's
here.
It's a party game. All right. Anyways, let me teach you about Beerio Kart. So Beerio Kart is a really fun game. Basically, all you need is a full drink. It doesn't have to be a beer. It could be like a seltzer or whatever. But basically, you need a drink that isn't cracked, like not opened. You have a full drink.
Y'all drink crack?
And essentially, the objective of the game is you have to finish the race, and your drink has to be finished by the time the race is over. So you have your 3 laps in Mario Kart. Now, the rule of Beerio Kart is that you can't drink while driving, though. So whenever you take any drink of your beer, your controller has to be down on the ground. So there are lots of strategies. You could drink the whole thing at the beginning, just chug it, and then race, or you can stop at the finish line, or you can like put your controller down during jumps, but you can't be driving while you're drinking. And your drink just has to be done by the end of it.
This has actually been a PSA.
It's a really fun game. I enjoy it. And I'm awesome at it.
don't drink while drive, guys.
Yeah, I told you it's a fun game.
I mean, look, I just like some good Cards Against Humanity or
Yeah, I was
Dutch
gonna say
Blitz,
that,
okay?
too. Yeah.
I maybe I'm a wuss, but I mean, maybe I have an evil sense of humor. I don't know.
All right, that's all right. Yeah, I do like cards.
Logan shaking his finger.
Yep, gotta have to use the audio key.
I mean, Logan, did you give a specific game yet? You have to answer our question.
All right, Park Bench. It's awesome. What you do is you're all theater kids, so you're all insane to start with. And then someone sits down on a bench, and one person, all they do is they have to make the person leave the bench without touching them or like whispering anything in their ear. So it's like, hi, you want to marry me? Bam. And then, wow, yeah, that's what happens to everyone I love in my life. Something like that. I don't know. I haven't done it in a while, so I'm not that great at it. But it's really fun.
That's a good one. I think I did that in like 8th grade drama class. It was fun though.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
But the whole scenario of this movie is that they use a seance as basically like a fun party game, which I mean is not my deal, but okay. Now, Logan, you had
Oh,
what
right.
is this movie again?
Here's my 30-minute spiel about found footage. All right, so technically, host is found footage. It's gonna be our first screen capture found footage on the pod, which is like Zoom. The movies I've seen it in were technically Paranormal Activity 4, which was like Zoom call. Movie I watched just recently, Spree, with my boy Joe Curie, which was
Joe
security
Keery!
cameras, screen capture of someone's phone, etc., etc., etc. So it's a rather new stage of found footage that's just come up pretty recently. You have Unfriended, that was in 2014. Haven't seen that one yet. But, you got the eras of found footage. In my opinion, found footage is best when phones weren't a thing, but, recording equipment was small enough that you could carry it around. Now,
The era's over like what, 2 decades?
yeah, basically. And now it's just not interesting anymore because it's just all Zoom calls.
Oh God, they got worse after host.
I don't know.
I'm gonna be a real bitch this episode. I'm just gonna warn y'all.
All right, well,
We wouldn't have it any other way, Ed. We wouldn't have it any other way.
Charming smile.
to start out with the criteria of found footage, this movie scores like a 2 out of 5 stars of explaining why people are doing Zoom calls. Because, yeah, makes sense if they're doing a Zoom call. It's COVID. But, I mean, why would they stay on the call? This I ask you guys. Why would they stay on the call after you're done?
Because it's never done. A Zoom call is never done. You just die.
Well, yeah, but also
you don't want to get out of there as soon as possible? You never do that?
Well,
I would have already left.
I mean, yes, they should leave the house, but I don't think that they should get off the call because then they're like truly alone.
Yeah.
True. Good point.
I think it's your only way of getting some information about what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think that staying on the call is the right choice in that situation, and leaving the house though is the best choice.
Yeah.
Touch
And
grass.
so the fact that not a lot of them left the house was kind of like annoying to me.
The what? Sorry.
Well, one thing that was really funny about this movie to me was that in the movie, COVID is scarier than the ghosts. Right? When she's running from the ghost and about to leave her house, she's putting on the mask. And like that's her first thought when she's running from the ghost. And like, I mean, I don't want to like step on her feet and be like, you know, maybe she was like immunocompromised or something like that, but I don't know. I think that in that situation, the ghost is scarier than COVID, and you deal with COVID when you're outside. Well, it's not a ghost; it's a demon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a unnamed.
Yeah.
What are,
It's more demon-y. Yeah.
what are?
Yeah. Well, doesn't like the one of them be like, oh, well, we could have let something demonic in by making up a fake dead little boy, and then like they're like, oh, it's a demon, and like a ghost wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, I mean, I feel very, very ashamed of myself. Lance Preston should have taught me the different types of hauntings. It's not a residual haunt. It's like an aggressive one.
Residual and something else.
Residual, and then there's like
It's in our episode. It's in our episode
Now-
too on Grave Encounters.
I made it only through like one season of Supernatural back in middle school when I watched it, but I bet if Sam and Dean Winchester were here, they probably could have figured this out.
I have no idea. Haven't seen it.
I haven't seen all of it, but you know, they seem like smart characters. They seem like they got it.
You know, Mulder and Scully, they would have figured something out.
Mulder and Scully would have had this shit on lock.
I
Mulder would have been like friends with the demon by the end of it.
see all the movies I've seen. They just
Scully wouldn't have believed it. Scully would have seen stuff levitating and been like, what's happening? This isn't happening.
I've only seen 10 episodes of X-Files. I'm working on it, okay? I'm just here because Mulder's really cute, okay? I love him.
Wait till you get to the found footage episode.
It's just my little rom-com show.
Because the found footage episode where it's an episode of Cops, because Fox owned Cops, and so it's Mulder and Scully, and they actually use the theme of the show Cops, and like Mulder and Scully are investigating this with like the local cops.
Cops?
Yeah, don't you know the show Cops?
The theme of the show is cops?
the theme music and
No. You know the show Cops. Bad boys, what you gonna do?
Oh, that one.
What you gonna do
Oh, I know
when
that
they come
one.
for
Do you
you?
think
Yeah.
I've seen TV shows?
And it's an episode of that. It's
Time
written
out,
by
can-
Vince Gilligan, who went on to do Breaking Bad. He's a big fan of Cops.
Logan is our referee today, and he's
Time-
already
Official timeout.
struggling. I have notes.
No.
From-
Before you start bashing on this movie, can I give it one good point?
Okay.
We've already started.
My good point was I do think that the whole how this possession and demonic stuff starts happening, it does actually, I do find it really intriguing. Oh, your makeup, you know, a ghost's not real, then someone who's not a ghost can become that ghost and demonize stuff.
Yeah. The stuff with Salen is like one of the highlights for me. Pretty much anything like involving her. Of course, she's lovely and has a beautiful Welsh accent. And the idea of like how the supernatural stuff works is actually the most interesting part. But it was like, you know, 2 minutes of the entire movie.
And overshadowed by the characters being just jerks.
I have one compliment. I guess backhanded compliment. And I have one major complaint.
Go ahead.
The one thing I can somewhat give this movie, something that I mean, in the limited amount of found footage movies that I've seen, it's not great at having female characters. It's not great at having very many, if at all. And it's just full of a bunch of annoying characters, and most of them like annoying guys and or creepy guys. Just like the majority. Like there's exceptions now and then, but like
You're saying found footage in general doesn't have female characters.
no, I'm saying it lacks. It has a shortage of.
Yeah, no. I agree.
Well, I mean, you want to talk about film as a whole, maybe?
Well,
Let me finish.
found footage, because it's a genre. It's a genre discussion, man.
Now, found footage overall definitely has lack of characterization and a lot of annoying characters. Kind of. He's agreeing with me.
I'd love to argue, but I can't. I really can't. Yeah.
Well, that's the only way they seem real, is if they're unlikable.
That's okay. I'm just trying to notice patterns here before I
can't
make my
disagree.
point. So, I'm saying this movie is like actually slightly feminist in the way that it has is almost entirely female characters. There's like one male character who like is not there for like the vast majority of the movie. He just like pops like in at the beginning and then pops out, like pops back and dies. And then the one like boyfriend in the background who just like stands there and then he dies.
And then the dad is in one scene. He likes Sun.
Oh, I forgot the dad was even a thing. So I'm saying this movie's actually kind of feminist.
Yeah.
And also all the women are like, you know, annoying because it's great. Women can be annoying too.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
See, that was actually my that was gonna be my like red flag. Like, you know, let's talk about the elephant in the room. You know, women, womp womp.
Women can suck too, okay, guys? Feminism.
I need to suggest The Descent for this channel.
I think you already
I really
have,
do.
but I mean, you can say it
I
again.
haven't seen that. I meant to watch it.
I'm gonna do it again.
Or rather, I mean to watch it.
It is really good. As a guy who loves found footage, suggesting a non-found footage movie, please take this as a win. It's a good movie.
We gotta take our wins. Take our wins.
Take the wins.
Okay. Now, earlier I did a thing where I was like, women, womp womp, like elephant in the room. Let's talk about the real elephant in the room, all right? Because that was just a joke. But let's talk about the real elephant in the room. British, womp
Oh
womp.
no, not the British.
Uh-oh.
Matt is just the world's biggest British hater.
Then you must have liked this movie because this was about British people getting terrorized. And
Maybe,
killed.
but they were also talking. And I didn't much care for that.
And the one token American.
Who was the American?
Wasn't it Haley? Wasn't she American? Well, like she sounded American. Now she could be like an American living in London or something. Look, I saw this movie like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Alrighty.
Same.
So
I don't
leave me
yeah.
alone.
I think it's nearly a month now. No, really. If there was an American, I would have wanted to know.
I can look at my letterboxd. Look, all I'll say is I was planning that this film would just disappear from my memory right after I watched it. Which was almost the case. I just got out of the film feeling just really pissed off. And then we watched Trainspotting, which was awesome. So
I mean, I was also dissatisfied with the ending of the movie. But looking back, there are some really cool things this movie did. I do think so.
can you name them?
There are like specific instances, I guess, that I thought were cool.
I can't.
Because I don't have any.
Really? I thought that Teddy's death, where he was on camera, on fire.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
And I also thought that, you know, everyone knows the like, oh, I made my Zoom background another me in the room. Having the Zoom background be all you can see and then having that get broken through, I thought that that was really creative as well. You know, because like starting the movie, I was very much like, oh, you guys remember that movie that was like, oh, they're on Skype, but it's a horror movie? Oh, no. And like, what if we did it on Zoom? Like, that's what I thought this movie was going to be. But it showed some, you know, some individuality and some real spirit in a lot of parts.
And I would like to make the point that found footage is not known for its kills. Found footage is known for scream from off the screen and just characters presumed.
Jump scares.
Jump scare. Well, no, I'm just saying they're the deaths in these movies. I think it took 3 Paranormal Activity movies until we got a half decent kill that was on screen. Blair Witch Project, nothing. Grave Encounters, so. So for this movie, I think a big win is, yeah, we had some pretty solid kills.
Well, partially, I would say. But I also think that the, like, you know, ghosts aren't as scary when they're just picking you up and throwing you around. Because then once they've used that trick and they just continue to use that trick,
Yeah.
it's like, whatever. But I do think one big part of this movie, I think, because this is a low-budget film, a big part of this movie is that they wanted to show, like, technical expertise. So when the chair slides across the room, I was watching that thinking, did they use a rope for that? Like, that's really well done. And there are a lot of things in this movie that are very technically brilliant. I think that was a big part of, like, this movie's purpose was, you know, just
See what we can do.
looking good in some ways. Yeah. So in that way, it's very successful, you know?
Yeah, like more of like an exercise of like, hey, what if we tried to do this? Which I can respect, honestly. Like I've done that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I listened to an interview with the guy who directed Hell House LLC, and I can't remember his name.
Stephen Cognetti? That's the director of Hell House, Stephen Cognetti.
Okay, because he said a quote that actually did kind of like convincing me to be much nicer to found footage, and I'm gonna totally like misquote him, but basically he said to the effect of like, found footage is the equivalent to like exploitation movies of the 70s, of people with minimal money and minimal resources, making something that exploits a genre interest. That is the closest thing we have today to what showed at the Grindhouse back then.
I would say that the Jackass films are the closest thing we have to that today. I really think you should watch at least one of the Jackass films, Ed. You'd like them. Well, I don't think you'd like them, but I think you would get a lot out of them.
You think I should watch them?
See,
Yeah, I think at least one Jackass movie should be seen by everyone.
I'm a man of culture. I can't watch that.
You can't watch Jackass? You don't want to watch Steve-O
He
butt
almost
chug?
exclusively watches found footage movies, so
Honestly,
No, Jackass is like a found footage movie, but real.
okay, you got me there. I am convinced. I will watch it.
I'm so lost. Anyway,
Well, okay. What was I gonna say? Connection. I have a connection. Yes, I watch found footage, which is like a solid 10% black screens, and that was the problem I had with this movie. Is when you pull off found footage wrong, it's a lot of static, a lot of dark, can't see shit. So, and I think this movie did that a bit.
are you complaining? Because I thought you wanted that.
No. That's me saying this is how you do found footage wrong. If you can't see what's going on, it's not scary.
That's what you talk about all the time. You want shitty camera quality.
No. Not that you can't.
No, there's a difference.
No,
I know what Logan's talking
No.
about.
There's a difference between being like, low resolution, and then there are no lights on in this room. The only light is from your screen, and it goes about 2 inches, and then there's nothing. And that is like 10 minutes out of this movie of I can't see what's going on.
Oh, I didn't get to my complaint.
No, this is my complaint. Is I'm saying, and even Grave Encounters does this where they have just static, and it's just like you don't need to do that. It's not. You can like show us what's going on, or show us running, and that's scary, but it just.
Well, I mean, if I might butt in, I kind of know what you're talking about. I watch a lot of like action movies,
Yeah.
And it always feels bad when there's a fight scene and they just do a shaky cam for all of it.
Or just like hyper
Whereas,
cutting.
like, not like a handheld camera, but like the camera is moving so fast and so shakily that it makes the fighting look more intense than it is, but also you don't actually see any fighting moves, any punches, any hits, or anything like that. And like stuff like that is like you'd rather see bad choreography than see that, because you're either seeing something or you're seeing nothing.
I can make a comparison to another found footage movie, The Taking of Deborah Logan. Spoiler alert for this movie. If you don't want spoilers, skip ahead maybe a minute or so. Walking in, I had someone tell me, "Oh, isn't that like one of the scariest movies of all time?" And I was like, "Oh, yes!" And I was excited, and it had good
People
stuff.
say that about all kinds of movies, so that basically
yeah,
doesn't
but just
really say
let me be
anything.
excited about things.
Yeah.
But the last 10 minutes, I couldn't see anything. It was blurry people and blurry tunnels and dark tunnels, and I couldn't see anything. And the one VFX shot they had was pretty good, but it was like 1 second, and then it went back to more like darkness, and I couldn't see anything. So if that movie maybe actually had a payoff at the end, I would have, had higher regard for it. But I only saw one shot. Pretty good shot, but only one shot, basically. At the end.
Suspense is an art.
Well, let's talk about the ending of this movie.
Oh, can I get to my major complaint?
Okay.
Yeah, Ed, you can go first if you want.
Okay, because maybe so I will try not to bring this in like throughout the episode, and I can just like leave it here. There is no reason this movie should be longer than 20 minutes. It absolutely did not need to be an hour and 6 minutes. It did not even need to be 56 minutes. And that will summarize a lot of my complaints.
Yeah, this movie spent like 40 minutes, okay, maybe 35 minutes getting to anything interesting or scary.
Just a lot of killing time, like, for no reason. Because, I mean, I understand if you don't want to get caught up in, like, characters or a complex plot, okay. Like, I get that. But, like, just a lot of dilly-dallying with, like, no purpose.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I saw a lot of that happening through the movie. But also, a big part of that is that a lot of stuff in this movie felt totally unmotivated. You know, in
That's
other
part of it,
movies,
too. That's part of the
you
problem.
might believe, oh, they're going into the basement because they feel weirdly compelled and like they're scared, but they're kind of drawn to it. Things like that where it's like, why are you going in the basement, you know? But in this movie, they would get up and like maybe if it's your phone, I get taking it with you, but they would take their laptop with them pointed away from them to places.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
No one does that.
In the very beginning of the movie, in broad daylight, when no one else is on the call, so there's no one to show anything to,
Yeah.
she takes her laptop facing away from her and takes it to the window.
Yeah.
It's already, like, just so convoluted, and it makes me question what the hell this movie is doing, because I know that's so unnatural, because all of us have been on a Zoom call. All of us understand how unnatural it is for someone to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a thought. Maybe it will reappear.
This movie didn't have a thought, so you're okay. You're okay.
I think you guys are being a little too harsh on it. Like, this was definitely a very, very successful exercise in filmmaking.
Was it a good film, though?
And yeah, maybe you guys are like, oh, the plot's very empty. But there are lots of technical aspects that can be, you know, like you can be proud of in this movie. And like even like I didn't really like the movie a lot. But there is stuff that's worth defending in this movie. There's like pretty cool stuff that happens.
I will say it had some kills and scares were pretty good for this movie.
I think I just want to say that, okay, so like Logan sends his messages whenever he watches movies, and Logan said something about how it was badly lit, and I'm like, oh god, I know it's bad when Logan's complaining about it.
Yeah.
And then me and Matt watched it, and we both thought it sucked ass. But all of us gave it wildly different ratings in our reviews, which I found a little bit funny, because all of us agreed that it sucked. Like directly after watching it, not trying to like pick it apart or anything, but like just right after the viewing experience. I gave it a 0.5 star and no review. That's how pissed off I was.
Right.
I gave it 3 stars right after viewing. I would not give it as much now.
Now, do you think that's you or just we convinced you to not like the movie?
No, he watched it before us.
Wake up, sheeple!
Well, okay, I also watched it a while back, so all I'm
Well,
going
yeah.
off is my memory
watched
and
a
what
while back.
you guys have said. So
Look at your
I should've-
letterbox. I'm saying look at your letterbox. Is what I'm
No,
telling
this is
y'all.
literally what I have what I reviewed it on Letterboxd. What? Oh,
I thought you gave it like a 2.
Okay, I did 3. I said I liked the last jump scare. Took a while to get going. Problem with lighting. Solid scares. Solid kills. That's what I got.
Matt?
Okay, see, technically, the last jump scare is really good, like, technical-wise, but it's part of the, like, unmotivated thing, like, why are they taking random Polaroids here?
Well, because they didn't have flashlight, right?
But we'd already did that. We'd already gotten that trope. Like, we don't need to do it again, guys. Like,
They're really using the Polaroid to try and light the room for a second at a time.
that's not how lighting works.
I don't know.
Matt, what was your review?
I'm pulling it up right now.
I remember you gave it 3 stars. And
Yeah.
I was like, that's very interesting considering that we both were complaining about it the whole time.
Okay. Oh, my review was, fuck this movie. They should have called it G host, like ghost. You know, like G in parentheses and then host, like host
Yeah,
of the
like-
video, but with a G.
With a G in front of it.
Isn't that
make-
a missed
Yes,
opportunity,
yes.
right?
Yeah,
it
no,
the
definitely.
movie's called Ghost, but using the word host. I think that that's a missed opportunity, and I think there are a few missed opportunities in this movie.
Only a few. I could name 60 reasons why this movie is not great.
Well, the movie is very like predictable in a sense, where like it moves where you expect it's going to move. But I think my main missed opportunity, my main thing that pissed me off about it, I literally have it pulled it up on my screen here, and I'm like watching it like over and over. So 53 minutes into the movie, so pretty close to the ending,
11th hour.
when the bottle levitates and absolutely domes her in the back of the head and she just falls, I think that should have been the end of the movie.
KO.
And I think not just because like, oh, I don't want to watch any more of the movie and I'm like shitting on it out of nowhere. I think that that's just like an awesome ending to the movie.
And it's hilarious.
Because everything has been jump scare kills for everything. Like the ghost has been toying with them, but also scaring them.
Yeah.
But with only one person left at that point, for her to get domed by a bottle and the ghost is just like, I'm done. I think that would have been like the coolest move ever. And the way that like the room is so wide that the bottle hit is like a little bit funny. And like it's cruel in that way, I think. So I think if that had been the ending, if that had been the final kill, that would have really done it for me. Like that would have shot the movie up to like 4, maybe 5 stars, honestly. It's just so cool to me, the idea that a movie could end there. But then like somehow she gets up and then somehow another person also gets up. And so the movie continues after like a perfectly good, surprising and unexpected point that it could have ended.
Okay.
Yeah, good point. I do love me a kicker ending. Blair Witch, Final Destination.
Yeah.
Black Christmas.
Is that a kicker?
You know what's got a kicker ending? Ed and I just watched this. Saw. Great ending.
I mean, that was more than a kicker. That was more like a banger.
Yeah.
A slammer, you could say.
Game over. Bam!
A shredder.
We could just move on and talk about movies we've seen recently.
Honestly, and then we don't have to talk about this movie anymore?
I think we can wrap up. Do we have any more thoughts about the movie?
There's
in
much
general?
more.
I was just going to complain about the movie for the everything.
Are they like redundant? Can we maybe?
Well, there's one big thing we haven't touched
Adam?
on, which is after the ending of the movie, they added more movie.
Which they absolutely should not have done. It's absolutely unforgivable on a movie that already should not have been as long as it was.
Wait, what?
So when
The credits? Was it after the credits?
So when the movie ends, before credits,
Uh-huh.
it does like a whole thing where it shows them doing an actual seance. Like after the movie's over, but before the credits.
It was
There's,
like shitty, boring behind the scenes.
I didn't get that.
Really? Because in ours, it was like in the movie, like even before the credits, it like cuts to black.
I got the jump scare, I got the zoom ending, and then I got the clicking through the credits. That's all I got.
Okay, see the version we watched, it was like baked into the movie, was a honestly, I think like 15-minute, well more like 10-minute thing where it's like, oh, in preparation for the movie, we did a real seance over Zoom.
And it was like 10 minutes of nothing.
And it just shows footage of that, and it's, you know, it's very not exciting.
Wow, I get why you guys hate this movie so much. Wow. I had a half decent
I don't
ending.
hate the movie. You saw I gave it 3
I
stars.
hated it though. I did hate it though.
Yeah, Ed hated it.
I don't hate anything, but I do hate some people.
You hate the British.
Wow. I was expecting more commitment.
I mean, if you're gonna pick somebody to hate, I mean, like half the world hates the British, so.
I don't hate them like indiscriminately and like I just completely, but like I do hate the way they talk and the things they do. Everything about them I hate, but not them.
We should rename this podcast to Logan tries to, keep us all controlled and fail.
I haven't dragged us
horribly.
away a lot. Ed is the one that's taking us away. Ed is the bad. Ed's being naughty.
Logan shaking his head.
And crying. Come on, I'm crying.
I thought you were crying laughing. We don't know what's going on anymore.
No, I was crying.
Oh, I thought.
Not
I'm
literally,
so
but like
confused.
for comedic effect, I was acting like I was crying.
I don't know if Logan's like funny, but he's definitely quirky. I have to
Excuse
assess
me?
a little more. I have to assess a little more to see if you're funny.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, we've only just met.
How dare you?
Excuse me?
You're excused.
Spent 3 years on an improv team to do what? Well, 2 years. I don't know. Back at you.
Hey,
You're
I just don't know
quirky.
you well enough, and I think I'm sure you'll turn out to be someone that I think is a funny person. But right now, you're quirky.
So you just get like funny people in a room, and then we all get funnier.
Hopefully.
I'm sorry, am I not complimenting you by saying you're a quirked up white boy who's goated with the sauce? Busting it down sexual style,
What? I can't back up.
as the kids say.
He is goated with the sauce. and you want to, if you can continue that, Matt, go ahead. If you want to add anything on to that.
I think I've pretty much covered it.
Yep.
Please add some Vine booms.
Yes, absolutely add some Vine.
Are we done yet?
King Bach make this podcast?
Okay, well, I thought you still had stuff to complain about.
Actually, you know,
I'm pretty sure. I mean, Ed does.
I'd rather be done.
Okay, do you want to speed run any thoughts we have left? Because I might have
You have thoughts?
had thoughts,
He may not have a brain, gentlemen,
but
but he may have a thought.
Final jump scare was like, I was like, hey, that was good. Also, I jump a mile at like everything.
Yeah.
The Polaroid flashes, and then there's like a demon
Yeah.
face.
That was well done. I
I
like
didn't
that.
even see the demon face until I watched the dead meat video, so
I mean, I
just
I'm one of those people who will be like, oh, jump scares are so cheap. But like, as much as you can argue that a jump scare is cheap, it works. It always works on me.
yeah.
Jump
Me
horror is
too.
like what really gets me. And it's not the kind I like to watch because it doesn't leave you with a lot after, but it's great for the experience while you're watching it. Like, yeah, that'll fuck you up.
Jump scares will almost always get to me. It's just not something that I really like enjoy when I go to watch a horror movie. But like I like this movie definitely like, scared me in parts because like found footage just gets to me. I just don't like being jump scared.
I like that it adds to the whole theory, whole thing of found footage of like, you're just terrified all the time. You just don't know where a scare is going to come from, so you're just terrified of like a hallway. So I like that part of jump scares. Jump scares themselves, depending on how they're executed, can be okay.
There's
But,
a lot of ways to make something scary.
but clearly you don't understand found
There's
footage.
a
'Cause, like,
lot of
okay,
look.
I'm sorry.
I think what makes something scary is very personal, honestly, and I think that's part of why like a lot of people like are so averse to horror movies, because it's like actually like way too intimate to have something know what scares you. There's also so many different ways that something can scare you. You just watch one specific subgenre.
Okay, number one, I'm still ticked off at you for saying that the demon face lady was the first jump scare in Grave Encounters, because it was so not. Just so not. Ugh. Okay. It's fear of what could happen. It's the tense, it's the paranormal activity of where you're looking at a static shot and you're just looking everywhere for something that could happen. So you're constantly in a state of fight or flight, even though nothing could be happening.
I don't enjoy that state.
I do. And people who like found footage probably like this.
I cannot wait to get to one of my comfort movies.
Possession?
How'd you guess? That people are so averse to, and I'm like, this is my girly pop comfort movie,
If it scares me, I will be happy.
and everyone is like, oh, this movie's so intense, oh, this movie's insane, I couldn't watch it, what the hell is that? And I'm like,
Is it scary?
well, what is scary? Tell me what scary is.
Oh my god. Did it scare you?
No, it doesn't need to.
Come on!
I don't need to be scared. Sometimes what I want to see is two hot people yell at each other for 2 hours. And also a slime monster.
That's not...
Was there a sense of discomfort?
Oh, 24/7, constantly.
Okay, so I feel I can get into
Discomfort is what I'm into, not scares. Discomfort is my favorite genre.
this. Discomfort in what way?
Bestie?
Have you seen... You haven't seen Heretic, have you?
No, I haven't.
I haven't seen that yet. I heard it was good.
I watched it. It's got Sophie Thatcher in it.
My Pinterest darling.
Got him. Honestly, I thought the other lady was hotter, but that's not important right now.
I have a lot of Pinterest darlings, actually.
Anyway, moving on. That movie, the first, a solid 45 minutes is just like, something's off. Is that it? Like, discomfort? Like, you are suspicious of people?
That's one way.
Well, I mean, that's just an episode of Seinfeld, though.
No, but like, played for discomfort.
Seinfeld is played for discomfort. Oh my god, there are so many Seinfeld episodes that have me fucking curling my toes. That George Costanza is a sick, sick monster.
He is.
I love him, though. He's literally me.
Oh, God, that's not a good thing.
I know.
The problem with virtual chats is that I can't physically threaten other people when they're saying things. It's the Lucy complex of I've got 5 good reasons.
I am going as Cosmo Kramer for Halloween. Starting to grow out this whole thing.
We were gonna go as the Reanimator guys.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't planned. I'm just saying I'm gonna do it. Does he have long hair?
Yeah.
Great. Wonderful.
Well, depending on which movie. Like, if you go with the first movie, he's got short hair. Second movie, he's got long, beautiful hair.
Bride of Frankenstein hair. Does he have Bride of Frankenstein hair?
No, but you've seen Bride of Reanimator.
I don't remember what the guy looks like.
He's gorgeous.
I remember green slime, and she's hysterical.
There's so much. I've seen that movie so many times, and I will watch it a million more times. Bride of Reanimator is the greatest. Is just the greatest sequel to ever sequel.
So, bringing it back.
Yeah, let's bring it back.
Back to where?
We gotta wrap this up.
More than that. Well, what I want to hear is, because Ed, you do have a lot of things to say about the movie that you have in your notes. Do you want to go over those things that we haven't touched yet?
I'm not sure if I do, actually, because I was looking through them and they're like...
Why?
It's like, why, kill me, why?
Well, if your notes aren't informing you after the fact, then what really was their point?
That's what I was thinking, is like, they're not informing me at this point.
Was it a good outlet while you were watching the movie? You know, was it helpful to you?
Maybe.
Was it like a stress ball? Because you hated it so much.
My notes are more for the purpose of bringing us back to actual plot points. Because we go off on tangents, which is what I like to do. That's the meat of the podcast. But the notes are more for remembering what happens in a movie, and when, and what order, and when I had a thought. I was just having no thoughts. And there's so much stuff that could have built up to something and then didn't in this movie. There's a relationship issue that Radina has some relationship drama with this guy that she moved in with. Does that pay off? No. He drops from the ceiling.
I will say the candles went out and people relit them all the time, and I was like, is that gonna cause something, or is that just general bad stuff?
No, they just threw a bunch of tropes into a salad.
Well, I'm saying the candles, I thought, that means that she's gonna go first. But then somebody else's candle went out, and then somebody else's candle went out, and they relit them, and it just didn't seem consistent. Because, the rules of the seance had been lined out pretty well. Don't blow out your candle until we all do. And then multiple people broke it over the course of the entire movie. And it would have been cool if it was candle goes out, and then et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and then that person dies.
You know what would have been really awesome is that if a candle would go out and then the ghost would do everything in the person whose house the candle went out in, and it did that pattern for 3 people. So then they establish the pattern and they recognize, oh my God, the next person who has a candle go out is going to die. And then someone's candle goes out and that person is scared, and then someone in a different house gets just fucking destroyed.
That would have been cool.
That would have been a great twisty-do,
That's actually setting up a pattern. It's almost like you wrote the movie in more than a week, which apparently they wrote the movie in a week.
This is kind of cool, actually.
No.
That's interesting. Wrote it and did it in a week.
It means it's a shitty script is what.
Well, yeah, but think about it. They figured out what they wanted to do, because the movie is a lot of technical stuff. So figuring out within a week what technical stuff and effects you want to do, and especially even a thing where you have to deal with 8 houses at once, that is impressive. Even though you don't have to have stuff connect, it is, that's hard work.
Okay, I was gonna say, Ed, let's say it together. 1, 2, 3. Nerd.
Oh, I mean,
sorry.
Look, maybe I shouldn't be so mean.
Can you keep in you not being a part of that? Because it makes Logan sound really bad.
All right,
and
man.
me sound awesome.
I didn't say it. Matt is just my devil's advocate because I hated this movie so much and he's giving it a better chance than I am.
No, I mean, props to you for actually making it work.
I'm just bitching in the corner.
And making compliments.
Well, I mean, I didn't like the movie. I think that you guys are kind of determined to vocally not like this movie.
Well, because I didn't.
You have to kind of perform not liking this movie for the podcast. in a way.
I didn't like it.
Well,
I don't remember enough.
I don't know. I think Logan, you're kind of jumping on Ed's bandwagon because even though you didn't like the movie when you first watched it, I don't know.
It's found footage. I always enjoy it.
Oh, I vocally didn't like it the entire movie, and Matt can attest to that.
Yeah.
At least we're pretty balanced. It makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
And then when we watch a good movie, then we're all gonna be like, "Oh my god, it was so good," because it was.
I'm gonna say like, oh, it would have been better if it was found footage.
Would it though? Would it though? Can you love it just the way it is?
I mean, but then it could be better. It could be a better movie.
You're gonna get dunked on.
Whatever next movie we do.
Yeah, you're gonna get dunked on in the next movie.
We're bros. It's our responsibility to dunk on each other.
Is this like a 2 versus 1 podcast now instead of a 1 versus 1 podcast?
Hey, I was on the side of found footage this time, actually. So
Actually, you know what?
I'm pretty impartial.
Scratch that. We gotta
It's
reshoot
just
the episode.
the 2 against 1 is just rotating in a circle constantly.
Yeah.
Is what I'm seeing.
See, okay, look, let me just hit you with like all of the good movies I watched that were found footage.
Oh, I was just gonna say. Oh, I watched a lot of good movies too.
Is this the time and place?
I watched Spree. I watched The Borderlands. I watched VHS. Paranormal Activity 2, rewatch. Creep 2. Houses October Built. We're all going to the World's Fair. I watched some absolute amazing found footage movies.
All I care about is Jane Schoenbrunn and Joe Keery.
Was this movie better than VHS or Creep 2?
Where
I
is
don't
the
know.
bar? I don't even know.
Hey, look, they're not. Don't look away. That movie is
That
on
is
the
your bar.
floor,
That is okay.
and
Okay.
below it.
Yeah.
And below it is Diary of the Dead. I watched that movie for 20 minutes. I quit it. I was done. I went and I watched Joe Keery. It was awesome.
Joe Keery is awesome. So I mean,
So I watched like a whole bunch of other examples of how to do found footage better between now and Host.
I am just more and more ready to rewatch Blair Witch like every week.
Yes.
So that's Logan's real win.
I just you saying anything positive about found footage.
Blair Witch
just makes
Project
my
is
day.
really good.
And Paranormal Activity 2 and 3. So you need to watch those.
Okay.
So
Are we done?
I think so.
all right.
We gotta stop.
No, we can.
Do we have any more thoughts about the movie?
I mean, I have a segue from Blair Witch to my thing.
Well, I think actually we need to talk about what we watched recently first. I mean, Logan kind of already started. Where is my phone? My phone's right here.
Okay.
I also watched like a lot of other random movies.
Who wants to go first, me or Matt? Or like Logan kind of already.
Do you want me to hit like? Do you want me to like? Okay, best movies I watched recently: Spree, The Borderlands, the Lego Movie.
Banger.
Oh, God, yes. What a movie.
Hell yeah.
Those are the highlights. Lego Movie. I forgot that Everything is Awesome is a song.
Mhm.
Everything is
just-
actually awesome.
When you listen to that song, the world is okay.
Everything is awesome.
Takes it back to what was it, 2014?
So that song has the same propagandistic effect on you that it does in the movie. It makes you content and happy to let things continue as they are in the world.
Look, at least it brainwashes you to be happy, okay? That's all we can get in this economy.
I'm so sad that this is listeners and not viewers, and this isn't a video podcast because you can't see Logan doing Lego arms on his screen.
I'm doing my claw hands. You see the quotations I'm making with my claw hands?
I need to rewatch that. We watched that a bunch as kids, and that it's a good movie. It's a great comedy.
Liam Neeson.
Hey, speaking of Liam Neeson, did you see the new Naked Gun trailer? It came out like a day ago.
I saw the other one.
Nah, I don't care.
Ed, you gotta watch.
I don't know.
Morgan Freeman, the man could read the phone book and make it sound interesting.
And make it sound
Hear that
interesting.
sweet molasses.
I know it sounds like a cat poster,
But it's true.
but it's true.
All right, Matt, what did you watch?
Me? I can go. Okay, so right before we watched Host, I watched The Toxic Avenger, which I really enjoyed. Very crass film, very 80s. They're running around, they're like bullying this nerd character and like calling him like the R word and stuff. and they're like at a workout club the whole time, and everyone's like half nude the whole movie.
Half nude is actually a plus, though.
He gets mutant powers, and like he's just killing people left and right, but he's like a force of good actually, and he becomes like a hero.
I do wish we could have Logan's facial expressions because they're so funny.
It's a good movie. It kind of blew me
How am
away.
I the man of culture in this? Of the three of us.
See, Matt, at least you make it so I'm not the only horny person, because Logan is just like making faces.
Yeah, I liked the Toxic Avenger a lot though.
Got any good basements and attics? I'm in.
You got girls in the attic?
So Ed and I, in the same night that we watched The Host, I was then like, okay, Ed, I have a movie you have to watch. And we watched Conor O'Malley's 2023 film, The Mask, about a man who slowly becomes more and more indoctrinated into believing conspiracy theories on the internet. And he's a big Whose Line Is It Anyway fan as well. It's found footage, actually. Logan, I'm going to send it to you.
Yes!
It's a movie that I think you would absolutely love. It's very funny. Actually, I'll send that to you. I'll send you another movie he made that's even more found footage. There's a movie called Rap World that he made. That is literally, it's like 2007 is when the movie's supposed to be set. It's about these like, you know, like loser guys who like live in this town, and they're just trying to produce a rap album, but they get nothing done, and they're like going to parties and whatever, and they're all like out of college but living at their parents' house, and like clearly their lives are going nowhere, and they're filming on like old camcorders. It's really interesting character-wise and very real feeling.
I heard nothing of what you just said. Can you say the most important 2 words of that whole bit?
I got really excited because I thought he was going to talk about train spotting, and then it didn't.
You know what the most important 2 words of that entire sentence was to me. Just say it again.
Found footage.
Yes! Woo!
Not half nude?
Yes! No.
We're past that. We're past
Say it
that.
again.
All right, I'll send you The Mask and Rap World because they're both on YouTube. I think you'll like them, Logan. They're your kind of movies. They're funny though. They're not really horror at all.
I'm waiting for you to say found footage again, and I'm just gonna.
No, I'm gonna move on to the next movie. All right. Anyways,
Simple
after we
Man.
watched The Mask,
No!
we watched a movie that's very near and dear to my heart called Train Spotting. Ed and I both watched that together.
Yeah.
I've watched Train Spotting a bunch of times. Ed, I'm gonna let you talk about Train Spotting. You seem to really connect with it.
Because I was going to mention that. Like, I've had a world-class couple weeks of movies, but train spotting is absolutely up there. Because one of my favorite genres of fiction is guy who hates himself in his life and does a bunch of drugs. Also, there's hot people. And I think about Sick Boy on a regular basis.
Yeah, what a name, Sick Boy.
My God. And I want to tell you, Logan, he looks like he's a Scottish, bleach blonde Billy Joe Armstrong. And put him in a suit
Yeah.
and some tongue play.
I just want you to hold on to something. Who is Billy Joe Armstrong again? Isn't he like in Green Day or something?
The lead singer of Green Day.
I got it.
So imagine if he was bleach blonde and Scottish and addicted to heroin.
I just keep on thinking of the guy from MCR.
Gerard fucking Way. Look, I love Gerard Way, but that guy just slightly looked more like Billy Joe Armstrong. I'm a huge Gerard Way fan.
There's a way that I like to describe the movie Trainspotting to people who haven't seen it. I like to say, in the movie Trainspotting, you see Ewan McGregor's penis. And that's not even close to the craziest thing that happens in that movie. That's my hook for Trainspotting.
You all you had to say was 2 words, and I would have been in,
Music video?
but you lost me.
Cock and balls?
Really?
Oh, the words. Okay, wait.
Really?
2
That's
words.
what you
Ewan McGregor.
Penis.
Train spotting.
You ready? Okay, I'm waiting. Come on.
All right.
Come on.
I think the next night I watched a movie called Baby Invasion. And Logan, you're going to like what I have to say. Baby Invasion is a found footage film.
Woo!
It's a crazy movie. I think
Let's go.
I gave it like 4.5 stars. I don't know if you would actually like it, Logan. It is
Go back. Go back to those 2 words.
okay. It is found footage, but it is
That's it. That's all
Well,
you had
it's
to
about
say.
it's interesting. It's like about this game that came out called Baby Invasion, and in this video game, it had hyper realistic graphics, and the whole thing was like people would use crappy AI voice filters or voice or face filters in the game to put like a baby face over them while they committed like crimes. But now people in real life, or at least it seems like that's what's happening. The movie isn't very clear on it. It seems like people in real life are committing real crimes, but streaming them, but using like crappy AI filters over their faces so that they have baby heads while they're committing these crimes. And so it's all like body cams of these people live streaming. There's like a Twitch chat on the side of the screen for the whole movie. It's interesting.
I'm up for it if it's found footage, and I'm intrigued by what you just said. More than 2 words, and you interested.
It's a very tough watch because there's like a million things going on. Like, think of the worst like Twitch chat overlay you've ever thought of, where there's too many things happening in all the corners, and there's too much text, and there's too many things in the in-game overlay, and then multiply that, because that's like what the movie Baby Invasion is. It's very overstimulating. It's like, it's not something to watch on your own.
I can make myself watch.
Like, it's something that like you watch with
Yeah,
people and are doing other things kind of while watching, because like it's a lot at a time. I got a kick out of it though.
I am intrigued. You have intrigued me with more than 2 words. Good job. I am now.
Yeah, I don't know. Either you would like it or you would hate it. Like the way that the movie is split up. Actually, what's interesting about the movie Baby Invasion, on Letterboxd, the reviews are flat. Like the star reviews, there are as many 1 stars as there are 1.5, as there are 2, as there are 2.5. It's a completely flat distribution of reviews for Baby Invasion. So very interesting film.
I don't know where I can find it to watch it, but I'm up for it.
Pirate. Ahoy, matey.
All right, and then after that, I got one for Ed. It took a long time to watch it, but we watched The Blues Brothers.
Woo! Fuck yeah!
Amazing movie.
Yeah, let me tell you, like, sometimes you watch a movie and you're like, this is what films are made to be.
Exactly!
And The Blues Brothers is one of those movies, for sure.
That's like, when I watched it the first time, I think my Letterboxd review was like, this is like the peak of cinema. This is what cinema should be.
Yeah.
Like what more can I say? Smashing 21 cop cars. You can't get better than that.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, there are just some movies that like show what cinema is for. You know, The Return of the King, Blowout by Brian De Palma. Like, even whether they're not your favorite movies, there are some movies that just are like, you watch the movie and you're like, wow, there was something for everyone in that movie, and that movie was just like a movie. That was such a movie, you know?
Sinners, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
Like those are like movies.
Paranormal Activity 3.
Crickets.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
You guys haven't lived. I will.
Okay.
I will
And,
make you guys watch all 3 movies.
Okay.
You asked me for every movie that I've seen, like, since host. I guess I'm about to finish the list.
It's fine. It's okay.
Last night I watched Rogue One also, and that's one of the best Star Wars movies.
I need to rewatch that. It's been a while since I've watched that.
For sure, top 3. Rogue One is awesome.
I was gonna hit highlights because I've been watching a lot of movies,
Yeah.
and it's been a hot minute since we watched Host.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes I worry that people watch more movies than me.
But also, don't we both follow Ian? So like, it's kind of like a high bar.
Yeah, Ian's always up to some shit. He's always got a new movie like every day. He's killing it.
Okay. Okay. Let me hit some highlights. My past couple weeks,
Mm-hmm.
I already talked about Trainspotting. Couple rewatches. Rewatched The Talented Mr. Ripley, Clue, The Lost Boys.
What a movie.
What a movie. That is a movie. Look, sometimes the right way to end your movie is with a car smashing through a building.
Yeah.
That's not the right way to end your movie. The right way is with a car smashing through a building, an old man getting out, and that old man saying the most badass line of all time.
I want to be him. I want to be him when I grow up.
Yeah.
Kooky grandpa who's just
Well-
like weird. We'll get to it, Logan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Movie that I did not expect to like and appreciate as much as I did. Logan and I watched 28 Days Later.
I can't believe you watched that without me. I have the DVD of that, but I still haven't seen it.
I'm sorry.
I need to see it.
Ah,
So
okay.
sad.
Obsessed with Cillian Murphy because oh my god,
I do like him a lot. He's an interesting fellow.
he's a fellow.
All right, okay.
Got a gaunt face.
I want him so bad in that movie. My god,
Oh, okay.
to an embarrassing degree.
Logan, you're holding your hand up at the screen and you're making uncomfortable gestures. What is that? What's this?
I like his uncomfortable faces too.
You know you can like talk.
He's wagging his finger.
Well, if you're I don't want to interrupt. All right.
Well, you wouldn't be.
I'm not gonna like jump in and say no, stop. I'm just going.
But you clearly want us to stop.
Let's just describe Logan's expression. Logan looks like he's like being like hunted down.
Well,
in
Logan
a
does
corner.
a lot of things despite knowing this isn't a video podcast.
This is all to seem funnier to you two guys.
Oh.
This is all for
But we
you
don't
guys.
do this podcast for us. We do it for the viewers because we love them.
Screw the viewers.
I say as a guest, I'm just a guest.
How are the viewers still listening to this?
So, where
Bleh.
I'm gonna segue.
What do we got next?
We're doing a little detour actually. We've been going, our usual format is going back and forth between Logan and I recommending movies to each other. But since we brought on the new visiting bro, I mean, we're gonna let him have a shot. So
I mean, it's only fair. You know, I watched one of Ed's movies. Yeah.
Which
one
was
of Logan's
awesome.
movies. Boo. And so now I get to pick, you know?
I should have shown you a much better movie. Than
It's
that.
fine,
I'm
no,
sorry.
because I know that you have taste. You choose movies that are out there, and I think that really
it's good.
is good. Because like typically, I rate a lot of movies really highly, because I typically only choose movies that I think I'm gonna like, and I worry sometimes that, you know, despite me watching movies for fun and that being like what I watch movies for, I worry that like what if I'm not going out of my comfort zone enough. And stuff like that. So it's good that you chose a movie that I didn't end up liking so much, I think.
Like, it's good for us to have variety, like in our types of movies and also how we feel about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, sure. But does that mean I get the green light for like us all watching Creep together?
I mean,
I don't know.
look, I've had way worse experiences, so I mean,
You want a discomfort movie? That movie is.
I like a good discomfort movie.
you want discomfort movie? I will show you discomfort movie and you will regret your life.
Try me.
The two found footage movies that I'm about to send you that are both on YouTube, one is like 30 minutes and one is an hour. They're both discomfort movies, and at the same time like some of the funniest things I've ever watched. So I think you'll really get a kick out of them.
Bring it on, buddy. Bring it on. I survived VHS. All right. If you think you could hurt me with some kind of found footage, or like
I'll
really hurt me.
introduce you to feelings of discomfort you didn't know you had.
Oh yeah. But are they shot on a 2000s camcorder?
But anyways, I sat through two movies, and now it's gotten to my point. It's gotten to my turn to pick, and if you could see me right now, you'd see that I have my hands
got his
up.
evil plan
and
hands.
I'm wringing my hands
Yep.
like an evil little goblin.
Oh my gosh.
And
wow.
it's my turn to pick. And I do want to preface my movie pick because I typically often say that I like really hate films that are like about filmmaking, or even films that are just broadly about the entertainment industry, and even in some cases just movies that are about artists in general, because those movies are made by artists, and so even when they're sort of condemning stuff in their life, they feel kind of self-aggrandizing, you know? It's like, oh, we are getting your feelings and you're an artist, and oftentimes it'll be like art is the most important thing in the world. Well, obviously you would say that because you're making this and you're an artist, but like my parents aren't artists. Aren't they important? And so I typically find movies like that kind of annoying because they feel like they're meant to connect more to the creator than to a viewer in some cases. But even though I say I hate movies about the entertainment industry, I'm nothing if not hypocritical. So this week, I'm suggesting a film by Satoshi Kon that I absolutely love from 1997. It's the film Perfect Blue. I love this movie, and I mean, I'll give a little description of it. Perfect Blue is a film about a pop idol who leaves the world of pop music to become an actor, but slowly falls victim to the stalking of like an obsessive fan who disapproves of like her new image. Like, so she goes from being like an idol and a singer to being an actor on a TV show that's a lot more mature. And so like through this stalker wanting her to go back, it's really like examining like parasocial relationships, which in 1997, they weren't even close to how like parasocial relationships are today. And it's got violence in the entertainment industry, and it's really, really examining in a lot of ways sort of how we as people determine and present who we are. You know, is that from other people? Is that solely from us? Or is it a mix of both? And if so, which side of it do we take more from? Logan, your eyes are like really wide at that. You're like staring. You're like, what do I got myself into?
His eyebrows are flying.
You're blowing my mind, man. I was just here for the corner.
Have either of you seen this movie? I know Ed has not.
No.
It's been on my list for a while, because Random Horror covered it.
Neither of you have seen this.
I haven't even heard of it.
It's been on my radar because Random Number Generator Horror Podcast number 9 covered it. So it's been like on my list for ages. I never like got around to it. But like I've heard it repeatedly, and I know Matt screened it once with Silence of the Lambs.
Yes, I did. I held a screening. The two of those movies together, they make for a very uncomfortable night, but at the same time, you sort of start to see the themes of the movies come together, especially in terms of like, I mean, I'm just going to come out and say it, violence against women and women, you know, what women are scared of IRL leaks into these movies that are much more like targeting. And I think that the way that those movies both do that is really interesting.
Yeah. I mean, that's the art of the double feature, right?
Yeah, it is. So both of you, I know, aren't like, well, I know Ed's not like big on like anime or anything like that. Logan, do you watch anime at all?
No, I watched, the closest I've got is my friend got me into K-pop. So like,
okay,
what country is this?
So this is a
based
Japanese
in?
film, but I think if you're into K-pop, you'll like the idol stuff, because Japanese idols are much like K-pop groups, and so
Yeah.
you'll find that interesting. But more than that, if you guys aren't like big anime people, I hope that this movie for you guys kind of gets you in and ruins your life and makes you want to watch anime, because this is not like a lot of anime,
And actually
but
turns
it's really
me
good.
into an incel teenage boy, which I'm already halfway
You
there.
you go straight from
I-
this movie to like basic shonen shit, like I'm gonna watch Dragon Ball Z. I love Dragon Ball Z.
You're a terrible influence.
I watch found footage. I feel like I've already ruined my taste in, you know, media.
I mean,
through that. So sorry. Beat you
I
to
mean,
it.
I've watched like some Japanese cinema, and I will bring
Yeah.
it into the podcast.
Yeah, I think this movie's a good example of why I find it weird how like anime is grouped sort of separately from like other like global cinema categories, you know? Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, there are lots of movies that are, you know, similar theme-wise to this one. But just because it was drawn in Japan, like that's what
think-
makes it different. And I there are lots of things that set anime apart from different like media.
I think it's the stigma against animation, because even if that's an issue, regardless of, you know, nationality that a film comes from.
Well, it's really easy also, like with animation, to pick out different art styles and be like, oh, this looks like a Russian animated film, or this looks like, you know, this kind of film. And so because visually they're very different, people sort of assume, oh, this makes this animation fit in with all of these other animations from like this place.
I mean, it's a genre, right? I guess.
Well, I wouldn't say anime is a genre.
That would be an interesting discussion that I'm not knowledgeable enough to speak on, but I can definitely.
Anime is a medium.
I was gonna say, like, save it for the episode.
Maybe we'll table it for after we watch the movie.
This is gonna be a good episode. I can already tell.
There's a lot in the movie to dig into as well.
Oh,
And like we can
man.
talk about like,
Prepare yourself for 3
you know,
hours.
global, like, you know, cinema as a whole. Like watching a movie from another country just opens so many doors just to talk about global cinema and why certain things are judged certain ways or why certain things come with certain connotations. And like on top of that, also this movie has a million things to talk about. It's very deep. It's a movie that will make you want to watch it again. I remember the first time Brian Rochelle watched this. You got to have Brian on the podcast, by the way. He'd be an amazing guest. But he was living in my apartment for a summer. Well, Brian was living in my apartment for a summer, right? And I got the Blu-ray of this. I had already seen it, and I was like, Brian, you should watch this movie because I thought this would be a movie he would like. And so we watched it one night, and the next day, or the next night, I think, I come downstairs and find him watching it again because he was like, I had to watch it again. I had to sort of see from the beginning, knowing what I know from the end.
That just means it's a good movie.
Yeah, it is.
Are you trying to make me think? You're trying to make me have thoughts? I can't.
This
I
movie's
can't
so
believe-
good that you don't have to try. You just think the whole time.
No.
You're gonna be tired at the end of this movie from all the thinking you
Or
did.
or is it that can you experience it when you're watching it, but then when the movie ends, then you're thinking about like everything ever.
Yeah.
Like, man, this is making me want to rewatch Audition so bad and make y'all watch Audition.
The description I've heard of Audition sounds a lot like this movie.
Because Audition is also an infamous discomfort movie, with a little bit of body horror.
Well, is Audition anything like Black Swan? Because Darren Aronofsky is actually infamous for straight up stealing stuff from Satoshi Kon.
Takashi Miike did Audition.
Oh, okay. I do like his stuff. I did. He's the one who did that. Okay.
All right, guys. Okay.
I'll have to
okay.
watch that then.
Okay.
He's the guy who did Ichi the Killer and Gozu. Gozu freaked me out. Anyway, we have to end the podcast
Yeah.
or the episode.
Because I'm running out of battery.
Ed, I'm sure you'll find something that we said that you can cut on.
This is such a found footage thing for me to end on. My computer's dying.
Oh no, it's the demon! It's
Like,
the
I'm
demon
about
ghost
to,
that's
like-
scarier than COVID!
It's
Actually,
the
no,
demon,
COVID
no!
is scarier than the demon. COVID was scarier than the ghost, apparently.
Ain't that real? Ain't that the truth?
Maybe the real ghost
COVID
was
Was the COVID
COVID.
all along?
that we met along the way.
Maybe the real ghost was the Zoom chat members we made along the way.
And lost. Very, very graphically.
Maybe
Yeah.
it was the laptops we lost along the way. R.I.P.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to lose my laptop if
Oh
we
my
keep
god!
talking.
Next time we record, plug in!
We will see y'all in a couple weeks.
No.
Go and watch Perfect Blue.
Are we done?
Stay spooky, y'all. And don't go walking into basements. Let me do that for you.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Stay spooky.
I'm spooky.
Do you think I'm spooky?